Are you wanting to stay consistent with your exercise routine and build more muscle? Do you want to make sure that you're finding the time to exercise and how to actually get into a good exercise routine? Well, maybe you're waiting to feel motivated to work off. Maybe you keep putting it off. So today, I'm going to be diving into the myth of motivation in order to get started working out. And before we get started, I just want to share my sale. It's only going to be going through October 20th. And so here's how it works. So I'm an independent partner with Enzino because I really love their products. I use them for me and for my family. So if you order one of their products by October 20th, you're going to get my course, Healthy Inside and Out, for free. This is almost a $400 value. You're going to really dive into nutrition and habits, how to lower inflammation, how to feel better from a nutrition standpoint. And if you order 2 Enzino products, you're going to get that course for free, and you're also going to get a free month of personal training. So I started with 8 free spots for this personal training free for a month. So there's going to be a link down below where you can check the page for it and see how many spots are left. I did limit it because it is a lot of my time and energy, but I wanted to be able to offer this to you guys so that you can really start to look at your health from an exercise perspective, a nutrition, supplement, mindset, how we can put all of these pieces together and look at our health holistically. So if you have been on the fence with working with me, check that link down below, see if there are spots left for the personal training app, and take advantage of it if you want to start staying consistent with your exercise routine. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mama 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. All right, so the problem with relying on motivation to exercise or really do anything in your health is that motivation can be fleeting. It can come and go, or it may not even be there. So if we're really wanting to build consistent habits, which we need to do when we want to get in shape, when we want to get stronger, then we need to not just rely on motivation. So many women struggle with waiting to feel like it, or for it to not be a struggle. But then they get stuck in this cycle of staying inconsistent. Maybe they start something, maybe they stop, maybe they're not starting at all because it just seems too overwhelming. So just like motivation comes and go, our emotions fluctuate. So if you guys think of a time when you were frustrated, angry, sad, it's like a wave. It comes and goes, and that's exactly what our motivation does. So we can't really rely on it, because if we're relying on that motivation and to feel like we want to work out, it's probably going to cause us to be inconsistent. And sometimes once we've been in a habit of working out for a long time, it almost does become addicting. Is not quite the word, but it feels good. When we work out, we get that dopamine hit. We know it's feeling good for our body. So sometimes we do get more motivation and we know our body needs it as we go along, but we can't expect to start that way. And we also have to know that along our journey, there may be times when we don't have that, but we have to come back to, we still have this choice, and we need to think long term. So when we're thinking about this, if you guys have been here, you probably have heard me say things like this. We need to start small and make sure that we're being realistic. So when it comes to exercise, if you're feeling stuck, what small, achievable goal can you make for yourself? So maybe that's a 10-minute walk or a 10-minute strength training session, or maybe 10 minutes sounds like too much, and that's okay. Can you not shame yourself for that or be like, I shouldn't feel like this 10 minutes is too hard to do? But instead, can you reduce it? Can you say 5 minutes? Can you say 1 minute? Yes, I'm saying if you guys are stuck, start with a 1-minute workout. Maybe you do squats or wall push-ups, or you march with high knees. Find that spot where you can start. Literally nothing's too small. because it's a starting point. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay there. We're not going to exercise for a minute a day and expect these amazing results, but it can get us a starting point, and it's going to get us feeling better than whatever we're doing now. So one tip that you might find helpful is to habit stack. So if you haven't been working out and you're struggling about when to do it, connect it with something else. So for me in the morning, I have been getting up, I do my Bible study, and right after that, I go into my workout. So I have this one habit I already have formed, and I add it right after it. So it helps our brain to remember, because there's lots of times we just forget to do things. So before, more last year, I would just sort of work out when I had time during the day. And there were days, sometimes I would skip it because I literally forgot. So it is really helpful if you can stack it onto another habit you already have developed. And that can just be a certain routine. Sometimes we don't think of it as a habit, but maybe it's like after you brush your teeth, then that's going to be your time, whatever part of that routine. And I want you to make a really clear goal for yourself. So I want you to think about it for the week. What do you want your exercise to look like? Again, going back to what is small and realistic right now. So maybe that is 3 times a week, you're going to do 20 minutes. Maybe that's daily, I'm going to do 5 minutes. Whatever it is, create something very specific. And then you want to look at your schedule and how to create that. So you're going to have to plan ahead. You need to schedule your workouts. You need to make sure that you have the time in the day to do it, and that you are valuing this, because our whole day can get away from us. And most of us have 5 minutes a day, but we'll say we don't have time to work out. But most of us do have 5 minutes. A lot of us, we're wasting time on something else. But if we want to be intentional with this, if we want to start to feel better in our bodies and in our health, we have to make it a priority. So if we can plan it, if we can schedule it, if it's something we're thinking about every week, then we are valuing it. And then it's going to show up in our schedule. So you can literally block it out if you use like Google Calendar or something like that. Put a time block on your day so you are starting to see that. Same thing if you have a paper calendar, do that. I use electronic and paper, but on my paper calendar, what I do is for the week, I write, this is a strength day, yoga day, I write which yoga workout I'm going to do. And then I see that for the week. It doesn't mean I can't change it. Sometimes it changes a little bit. I like using an erasable pen, and then I can switch it out. It's not a big deal, but I see it there, and I know my expectation for the day. And we need to make sure that we're focusing on progress when it comes to exercise and not perfection. So when we're focusing on progress, we're going to celebrate that 5-minute workout we did because we haven't been doing any workout. We're not going to be shaming ourselves because we're like, I should be doing more than this. We're going to celebrate that. We're going to celebrate when we start doing longer workout. When you start getting a strength gain, like some of my clients, I like to celebrate with them that they were able to lift heavier in their squat, or they were actually able to hold plank up on their toes instead of their knees, or able to do a full push-up, just not on their knees. It's important that we celebrate these small wins and see our gain. Our brain tends to go to the negative, so we need to help focus it on the positive. And really, part of this goes back to knowing why this is important to you. So often we just roll through our day on autopilot, doing what we normally do every day that's habitual, and we don't really stop to question where we're spending our time. So especially if you're someone who feels like I don't have the time to exercise, or I feel so tired that I don't feel like working out, you almost need to back it up. Why is this important? Like, what is really going to happen to my body when I start to exercise? Why am I feeling this resistance? And am I just going to make a choice that I am going to exercise, even if that's a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, wherever that starting point is? Because we have to start to choose this. So a lot of times we're choosing all these things in our day that we're not even aware of. We're choosing to go on our email 15 times a day. We're choosing to open social media. We're choosing to do these different things in our home or at our work that maybe we really don't need to do, or we don't need to spend that much time on. So we really need to start to become intentional. So there's this quote from Aristotle. It says this: "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." So we are what we repeatedly do. And we can get into these really habits that aren't productive for us. But imagine if we started having a habit where we exercise for 1 minute, 5 minutes, maybe after a couple months it's 10 minutes, then a couple more months it's 15 minutes. If we repeatedly do that and build that habit into our day, we're going to start to see a difference. We're going to start to see that change in our body and our mindset. Because when we start staying consistent with something, it boosts our confidence. And I encourage you guys that if you're struggling with consistency, if you're really feeling stuck, then take advantage of my personal training app. So in this app, I set up workouts customized for you. So anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes, a mix of strength training, yoga, whatever you want on the days that you need. We'll be able to set healthy habits in there so that we can start to work on nutrition or mindset if you need to. You're going to be able to message me within that app and really get the support and encouragement you need so that if you're getting stuck, if you're feeling unmotivated, that you have someone to reach out to so that you can start to do something different than what you've always done. You have someone to help hold you accountable. Now, I'm not going to yell at you or push you or anything like that, but I will be there checking in for you. And you have that opportunity to reach out to me when you are struggling to get the support you need. So make sure you guys check the link down below for the sale that is going on to see if there's any spots for a free month of personal training. Once you guys sign up for the sale or purchase through Zinzino, I will sit down at my computer and then I'm going to send you a personal email and get you in that course. And if you bought 2 products and there's spots left, I'll get you set up with a personal training app too. So friends, keep on moving whatever you're doing. Don't think that getting started with exercise is dependent on how you're feeling or how you are feeling motivated or unmotivated. We have to make that decision outside of it, and we need to start really small in order to do that. All right, guys, hope that you guys have a great week and you keep on moving.